Good day, everybody. It's your frail neighborhood YouTuber here. I'm sorry about that. I wanted to do a new intro, being that I do the same intro every single time. Okay, we are back. At it again with a prolific, mind-blowing, and I do mean mind-blowing, as you can tell by Professor's reaction, action figure showcase. Not review, but showcase. That's right. That's right. Oh, shit. We are bringing you Professor X. And there's my tripod tipping over. Because Professor, that's what he does. He plays mind games. He made my tripod tip over. Not really. It's just my lack of professionalism when I review action figures. Because I review action figures. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to get past all the yapping I usually do at the beginning of the video, and we're going to go ahead and review this Professor. And you guys may have already seen a review of this Professor X probably a million times over like I have, but you haven't seen my review. And I'm a little bit different when it comes to reviewing action figures. And this Professor came out, I think, at the beginning of the year, right? So it's 2019 if you're watching this video. So we're not only going to do a review of this, but we're also going to do some comparisons of Magneto now over there, my custom Magneto now, and then we have Forge over there as well. I just brought out Forge because of the randomness, and also he's kind of like X-Men and X-Force, you know. And I don't know where I was going with that. I just brought out Forge. Just kind of to have like an X-Men comparison, I guess. I could have brought out other X-Men figures, but I didn't. I have Professor, so... you know, I mean, I could have brought out Wolverine, I could have brought out, you know, so-and-so, but... I brought out Forge. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So, let's cut it open. So, here's the back, of course. Here's the other figure that you can get from this, I guess, wave, if that's what you want to call it. Here's the side of Xavier, and this is from, I guess, the comic books, but at the same time, it's more from the animated series, I think. Because this is the Professor X that I knew from the animated series is based on the comic book. So, yeah, I guess it would be from both, right? Let me see, I didn't cut this properly. Let me get in here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I got it this time. But yeah, for those who grew up on the 90s X-Men cartoon, you guys are pretty awesome. Okay, so enough yapping. Let's take this Professor out the box. Now, one of the main reasons why I didn't pick this Professor up at the beginning is because there were so many freaking amazing Marvel Legends that were coming out around that time. And by the time I saw him in stores, there were already like 50 reviews up with this guy. So people have already reviewed him. So I figured, you know what, I'll just wait and pick him up and just pick up the Marvel Legends that I wanted to pick up at the time. So that's why I'm kind of doing this late review with Professor. Okay, so let's take the Professor out of the package. Yeah, very nice. The likeness to Professor X, especially from the animated series, is very, very nice, man. I love this right here, the two fingers. I wonder what else he uses that for. Anyways, yeah, and it goes up to here. Professor, even though you can't walk, we know you up to other things. We know it. I love the hand right here. The kind of, yeah, give me all you know. Give me everything. That kind of goes with the two fingers. Never mind. Very nice Professor X. Speaking of X, I wonder how he got. Never mind. So he has double jointed legs. I don't know why, but he does. I mean, I guess if you can give Professor X double jointed knees, why not? He does have a waist swivel. Nice suit, nice tie overall, man. Very, very nice Professor X. I have to admit, they did an amazing job with this Professor X. The likeness to the cartoon. I love the eyebrows, man. Of course, Patrick Stewart did an amazing job playing Professor X. He was probably one of the most accurate X-Men in the movie. You know, well, he's a bald guy in a suit, so essentially that's his character, right? You know, I've said this many times in many reviews. You know, they could have gave us the X-Men in the blue and gold. That would really, really have helped out the X-Men, but yet we never got a chance to see any of the X-Men in the blue and gold. Well, other than in First Class, but it just wasn't the same. You know what I mean? Anyways, enough of my rant. Enough of my ranting. So he does have a break here at the torso. His head is on a ball joint, and he is really, really nicely detailed, man. Okay, so let's take out his... Where do you guys want to start? Let's start with this chair. We'll assemble his chair, and then we'll take out the rest of his accessories. Okay, so there's that. Alright. There's the back of his chair. Here's his cushion right here. And here's his blanket for his legs. Okay, so let's pop in. I'm guessing this kind of clamps together like so. Like so. And I'm pretty sure you could put this one in afterwards. I could be wrong. Yeah. Okay, so let's put this together. It's a beautiful, beautiful chair, man. They did an amazing job. And then we'll pop in that. And then hopefully I put everything in right. And then we'll pop in his chair. That's a beautifully detailed chair, man. I mean, you guys can't really appreciate this until you actually see it up close in person. They did an amazing job with this, man. That's my cat. Ignore him. He likes to cry. He's been crying a lot. I don't know why. And of course, these open. I think, yeah, they open, they slide. I remember the Toy Biz ones, they flapped open. There's all of his devices to activate his chair. Man, they just did a really amazing job with this chair. Okay, so it comes with, as you guys already know, comes with the stand right here, like his hover chair, which you can peg in to there, like so. Bring my camera down. I mean, that right there is just a work of art, man. They just did an amazing, amazing job with this chair. Just with this hover chair. I just can't get over it, dude. If you guys have never seen this in person, if you guys don't own this this figure, you should. If you're an X-Men fan, you should have Professor. But I can't get over this chair. They just did an amazing job, man. Hasbro, they've been killing it. Okay, and then he comes with of course, interchangeable head for Kingpin. Why they included this, actually, if you want to, you can take these glasses off. They are removable, aren't they? Yeah, you could put these glasses on Professor if you wanted to. Why they included this with Professor X, I have no idea. Maybe you guys know, I have no idea. And there you go. And then it comes with his helmet, and I remember watching other reviewers review this, and they didn't like the white stuff that was in the back of his head. But of course, you can take that out. You don't have to use this right here. We're not going to get into detail of what it looks like because we already have seen the reviews. So you put the helmet over Professor, like so. And then you can put him in his chair. You gotta bend the knees, like so. And then place the Professor in his chair. I mean, the Professor looks good. You know, I mean, they both, if you wanted to, I don't know why you would want to, but you could display these pieces separately, being that they're two separate pieces. I do like Professor standing, because and I do like the chair by itself as well. So there he goes. You can get him in his pose, like so. And then you can put the blankie, his blankie, cover his legs so his legs don't get cold, like so. Man, they just did an amazing job. And if you wanted to see how the effect looks like that, which I don't really care too much for the effect, but it's a nice touch overall. It would have been nice if it was pink. Being that it's white, it just looks wrong. So let's take that off. So this is what the Professor looks like. This is how I'm probably going to have him posed, like this. They just did an amazing job with this Professor X, man. They really knocked him out the park. And like I said, you can have him two different display pieces. You can have him standing outside of his hover chair, because they did an amazing job with this Professor. They actually gave us legs. They could have gave us a Professor that didn't have legs, like they did with Cannonball, and I don't think anybody really would have complained. Maybe they would have, you know. But one thing that sucks about it is they did such an amazing job with this character, with this figure, and his pants and his shoes and everything. You can't really see it because he's covered up and he's in his hover chair, and that's one thing that sucks about this figure. But then again, it's Professor X, so win, lose, draw, depends on how you look at it. Amazing job, everyone. I really like this Professor X. So here is Professor standing. Here's Professor X next to Forge, standing. Yeah, man, it's just amazing to have all these X-Men, characters together, figures together. It brings back so many memories, man. And him standing next to Forge, standing next to Professor X, they just look amazing together, man. Here is my custom Magneto now. Man, they just look so amazing. So amazing. Did a really amazing job. I have to give Hasbro the credit, man. They just did an amazing job. Okay, so let's break out the tape measure. Let's measure this Professor from his base all the way up to his head. Apologies. So he's about 7 inches. 7 inches. Lengthwise, Professor is about 6 inches lengthwise. Width, he's probably about 4 inches. Man, this guy is really awesome. I mean, listen, you guys don't need me to tell you how awesome this figure is. If you're a fan of X-Men, then you should have, or if you're just a fan of Marvel overall, I mean, this is a figure that you should have in your collection. I highly recommend this piece. You guys, if you're Marvel collectors, you guys probably already have this guy in your collection, so yeah, you don't need me telling you to go buy this figure. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and rate this figure on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. Listen, I can't find any flaws with this figure. I can't find anything wrong with this Professor. He's definitely going to make the top 20 of Marvel Legends of 2019. And he's a solid 10, guys. I can't think of anything else to give him. He's a solid figure. Hasbro did another amazing job with this Professor X. They really knocked this Professor X out the park, man. I mean, I'm really, really pleased. There's nothing more I can say, man. There's nothing more I can say about this Professor X. Amazing, amazing job. Okay, so we'll leave it there, man. There's nothing more I can say. If you like this little review, hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to receive more cool, awesome reviews like this. And if you guys sat through and watched this review, even though you may have seen millions of reviews like I have of this Professor X, I just want to say thanks. So we'll go ahead and leave it at that, guys. Tell me what you guys think of this Professor X. And we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll catch you guys next time.